How you doing, everybody? Glad you can join us for some Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League preseason action. And this afternoon from Simmons Arena, it is going to be the Charlottetown Islanders as they will take on the Newfoundland Regiment. Second year for the Regiment in the queue. Had a great opening season under Gordy Dwyer on the rock. And they're coming off a 6-4 preseason loss to Moncton on Friday night. And so they'll play their second preseason game of the season. As for Charlottetown, very impressive 8-2 victory over Moncton. And it was a very dominating performance in that game as they outshot Moncton by a count of 48-12. We'll get the national anthem. We'll get this one started from Simmons Arena. National anthems in the books. Get ready for this one. In goal for Charlottetown will be Caleb Peltier. Wasn't very busy yesterday as he faced 7 shots, making 6 saves in that contest. And for the Newfoundland Regiment, it's going to be Thomas Bedard. So those are the 2 goaltenders for this afternoon's game. As I mentioned, Charlottetown, a convincing 8-2 victory against Moncton yesterday afternoon. And Newfoundland, they're holding their training camp in Summerside, and they made a trip to Moncton on Friday, and they lost that game 6-4. So an almost completely different lineup from the one that we saw yesterday. As we get started here, Gravanos takes the opening face-off for Charlottetown. Number 17, watch for him. Highly skilled forward, picked in the 3rd round of the import draft. Played around the boards, and now the Islanders get the puck to center ice. In over the line now. Centered out in front, they score early once again. That is Farren. Farren, young man from Gill, Massachusetts. And once again, just like yesterday afternoon, the Islanders strike early. So a 1-0 lead here for Charlottetown. Yesterday afternoon, they scored 42 seconds into the contest. And they score early once again. So a 1-0 lead here for the Islanders. Here's Lane Sim, the son of John Sim, former National Hockey Leaguer. Played across here, chopped at and kept in the zone by Villieu. One of a number of real big strapping defensemen that you'll see in this game on both teams. Speaking of which, this is Walsh now. He'll drop it back inside his own zone. Walsh will play it cross ice. Anderson has to backtrack a little bit for the Regiment. Regiment team had a great opening season on the Rock last year and expecting even more support this season. Puck sent in. Holyoke had a strong game yesterday. Did a fantastic job on the power play for this Islanders team. McLaughlin streaks down the right wing, takes a shot. That ricochets, hits the referee, and that took a chunk out of him. McLaughlin throws a check. Back to the point now it goes. This is Bowles. He can't hold the line. Comes out to center ice. And Newfoundland in over the line. McDonough with a quick shot. That's stopped by Peltier, and he'll cover up. And we'll get an O-zone face-off here for the Regiment. As now we got some pushing and shoving below the goal line. Charlottetown, a lot of shots on net yesterday in that win against Moncton, out shooting the Wildcats 48-12. Had 18 shots in that first period. So face-off to the right of Peltier. Peltier played for Laval, Montreal, Rousseau, the U18 team there last season. Puck comes to the wing, Laguerre. He can't hang on to it, played at center ice. There's a hit in the neutral zone. Guerre along the penalty box as he gets pinned. Puck comes loose. Cadron plays it across. Cadron had a goal and assist in that loss to Moncton on Friday night. Board battle down low, and now Regiment, they'll come out of their own zone. That pass intended there for number 42, Graham. Graham races after it, gets there first. Up along the boards on this near side now. And now out to center ice. In over the line. There's a shot there by Parker McDonald. McDonald gets taken out into the corner. Regiment, they go cross ice off the boards. Looking dangerous here on their backhand. There's a chance out in front for Graham. He couldn't get a stick on it. Back on the attack is Charlottetown. It's going to be offside at the Regiment blue line. So Gordy Dwyer, the head coach of this Regiment team, former head coach here in Charlottetown, did a great job with the team in their final season at Bathurst when things weren't looking good for the team in New Brunswick, so they've moved to Newfoundland, and as I mentioned, Mary Brown Center filled every night for this hockey team last season. Long stretch pass that's going to go to the distance, and it's going to be icing against the Regiment. 16:57 remaining here in this first period of play. In the lineup tonight, number 2, Artem Matei, young man out of Russia, Moscow, Russia, Played for Spartak there, played for their U16, U17 team. Puck splits to D, back for it now is Frost. Frost, strong game yesterday against Moncton as he had a goal and an assist in that contest. Robitaille can't hang on to it. Islanders have to tag up. Lundqvist pushes that puck ahead. Salaron, he gets double teamed. Puck goes down below the goal line. In there is McLean trying to dig after it. Homovitz is there as well. 2-on-2 battle down below the goal line as they try to crowbar that puck loose. 1-0 is the score here for Charlottetown. Nearly going to this game from Simmons Arena. Robitaille to center ice. He's at the end of a shift. He'll dump the puck in. This is Anderson. Being watched there by McLaughlin. And he'll funnel that puck down low, and don't think he made it over his side of center. That's going to be an icing call. So you recall St. John's, they did have a team in the queue. The St. John's Fog Devils only played 2 seasons before they were moved. Face-off won by Charlottetown. It comes over here. This is Bowles with a shot. That got blocked. Able to keep it in the zone. Holyoke on this right point. He'll send it down in the corner. Here's McLaughlin on his backhand. Back up top, Holyoke. He'll skate the line. Takes his shot. Blocked in front, and now the Regiment trying to make an attack here. Gubantsev, number 7, in there on the forward check for the Regiment. Long lead pass. Moving in at Charlottetown. There's a shot that goes off a stick and out of play, as that was Desjardins trying to move in there. So Desjardins getting his first taste of preseason action, as is McLaughlin. Moving in to take this face-off now for Charlottetown. It's going to be Parker McDonald. Played over here for McDonough. McDonough couldn't handle it. Wohlers tried to center it. That puck bouncing around a little bit. And now a race and chase and a partial 2-on-1. Moving in a sheer good block, as getting in the way of that shot was Wohlers. McDonald, Parker McDonald, he got it poked off his stick, as that was number 51 with a good stick there. Cadron. Puck centered out in front, a chance. Oh, beautiful glove save right there by Peltier as he robbed Shear. Flashing the leather there, Caleb Peltier. Made 6 saves yesterday. Didn't see a lot of action, as Moncton really struggled to get any offense going in yesterday's game. Face-off won by St. John's. It skips over the stick of Cadron. Villieu, he'll play it down the left side. It comes to center ice. Mate. He can't make a play. There's Villieu again. Good job by Cadron to spin away from the oncoming traffic. Hache in over the line. Hache had his head down, and Farin just got a piece of him. Stretch pass is no good. 1-0 is the score here as we hit the 6-minute mark of the first period for the Charlottetown Islanders. Dyke gets it around the boards. Kept in. Good job by Mate to hold the line. Battle for it down in the corner. Comes back to Mate. Left point. Lets a shot go through traffic. That got deflected wide. Ryan Jewer. He played yesterday, and Jewer, he got hammered into the end boards there. As that was big Villieu that laid the body on Jewer. 2 big bodies going toe-to-toe in that corner. And now here comes the Regiment. Nice toe drag there by Hache, but he's by himself. Long shot from distance. No problems for Peltier. Homovitz comes back on the back check, takes out his man. Puck gets deflected, goes airborne. McLean knocked it down, but that's going to be a high stick, and we'll get a whistle here. Yeah, Ryan Jewer, 16 years of age. He's 6'4", he's over 200 pounds. From Paradise, Newfoundland, played last season for South Kent Prep School in Connecticut. Had 4 hits in yesterday afternoon's game. Puck drifted in by the Islanders. They got themselves a 1-0 lead. Shots on net, 2 apiece here in the first. Turnover, as that was Diakata. He couldn't keep it in. Lundqvist will play it over. Pass intercepted partially by Nathan Frost. Frost digging forward along the corner. Regiment keep the puck in, but only momentarily, as now it comes to center ice. Over here for Robitaille. Robitaille swings it around the boards, goes far side. Baudouin, he can't get the puck out. Shot that goes wide. And now here's McLean, little east-west pass. Look out, as that was McLaughlin. He had ill intention right there for Saint-Laurent. Saint-Laurent saw him at the last second. Shepard will play it over. This is Anderson. He takes a hit. Anderson Another opportunity to dump the puck in. Theo LeBrun behind his net. He'll set up shop. Pass goes off his skate. And now Islanders clean things up. The center ice, this is Bowles. Bowles stops up. He goes cross ice. There's a shot. Nice save there by the Bedard. So he got the blocker on that one. Gobantsev can't gain the zone. Islanders take over possession. Bowles getting his first taste of action here. Nice spinorama move to get away from the forecheck. Played down the line. Here's Desjardins. A 2-on-1. Gets it across. Oh, nice save there by Bedard. As he went from post to post to make the save there. Gobantsev, his shot gets blocked there by Wohlers. Islanders will tidy things up. Try to get the puck out of the zone. Villieu over here for Walsh. His pass no good. Mate, he'll play to an open wing. Parker McDonald couldn't handle that one. And now the Regiment, they're making a change here. Approaching the halfway point of the first period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Charlottetown Islanders on a goal by Teddy Fowern. McDonald comes in there. He takes a hit. This game a little bit more physical than the one that we saw yesterday afternoon. Wohlers sweeps away from two Regiment players. He loses his footing. Villieu trying to get that puck out of his skates. Delayed offside. Islanders have to tag up here. Here's Villieu. Looks up. That puck deflected in. As LeBerge got a stick on it. Mate. Real talented player out of Russia. In over the line, there's a shot. Kravanos out there, number 17. Offside, though, at the Regiment line. And Kravanos, a lot of people compare him to Nick Ehlers of the Carolina Hurricanes. Very skilled player, not very big. Listed at about 143 pounds, so he's definitely going to have to put on some weight. Frost gets it to center ice. He'll send it in deep. Off the boards, it gets away from Nathan Frost. Can't keep it in. He has to peel back off the boards. Kravanos. He gets tied up. Big hit along the near side wall. And now Bedard, he'll play it over here for Baudouin. Up along the boards, Jewer has to pivot and go back for it. Chipped ahead. Lundqvist plays it to his D partner Dyke. Jumping on the ice now. Trying to get to this puck is McFadden in front. Now there's a shot as Diagata got a shot off in the slot, and right there to make the save is Bedard. So 8:49 remaining in the first. Remains 1-0 for the Charlottetown Islanders. Face-off won by Charlottetown. There's a shot blocked aside by Bedard. Lundqvist getting physical down low for the Regiment. Sent down deep. Islanders on the cycle here. Diagata fighting for it. Trying to get some help here. Moving in is Robitaille. A little bit of a rugby-style scrum in this near side corner. Still trying to pry it off the kick plate. Comes loose. Islanders win the puck. Up here, Holyoke with his shot right on. No problems for Bedard as he saw that one all the way. Good start to the preseason for the Islanders yesterday. 8-2 victory against Moncton. we got a face-off here to the left of Bedard. Johnson will take it. Johnson had a goal and an assist in yesterday's afternoon game. Scooted ahead, Mate, he's back there on it. And that'll go the distance for icing. 7:59 remaining in the first. Shots on net, 4-2 in favor of Charlottetown. Regiment win the draw. Around the boards it comes. Here's Mate. He'll hold the line on the right point. Down into the corner. Big hit behind the net, and now Villieu, he'll push that puck forward. Play broken up just inside the line by Charlottetown. There's Mate. Villieu got it into the corner. Mate broke up that play. And now racing to center ice, this is McLaughlin. Got it poked off his stick by a Cadron. Both teams making a change here. Shots on net now 4-2 in favor of the Islanders. Bagare behind his net. Plays it here for the big strapping defenseman, Jewer. Parker McDonald, rink wide, Noonan. Trying to get inside position and can't. Puck goes low. Baudouin tried to play it up along the boards. He's got a second opportunity to clear it. Gave it away. Islanders on the cycle again. Baudouin trying to win that puck back for the Regiment. Play back, left circle. There's a shot that got fanned on. That was Frost to try to get it on the target. Johnson in there on the forward check. Puck comes to Johnson. Had a strong game yesterday. Sim, Regiment really hemmed in their own zone. 6:17 remaining in the first. Off the boards it comes to Walsh. Gobantsev plays it over for Lane Sim. Sim in the corner. Played for Summerside last season towards the end of the campaign. Puck won there by Gravanas. Plays it rink wide. Trying to move in is Farin. Gravanas jumps on a puck below the goal line. Centers it on front. Gravanas came to him on the near side post, but he toe picked. Gobantsev centers it in front. What a pad save right there by Pelche. Got that right pad out and made a huge save. As the game opening up just a tad here. McDonough trying to work there with Shear. Holyoke is there. He gets ridden off into the end boards. Barron fighting forward in the near side corner. Chipped off the boards. Islanders down. They'll come out to the neutral zone. They'll play it off to the far side wing. This is Holyoke. He moves up on the play, trying to create some offense. Off a skate. That puck went to a dangerous area. Robitaille with a shot. No problems there for Bedard. One thing you can say, the blue line is going to be very impressive, I think, in the next couple of years for this Charlottetown Islanders team with Mate, Jewer, Holyoke, Frost. And we haven't even begun to talk about Gramatis, who's waiting for his IAA International Ice Hockey Federation clearance. So you got 8 or 9 real strong defensemen on this team this season. This is McLean down the wing, tried to squeeze by Jewer and couldn't. Holyoke has it. He'll play it to the wing, out to center ice. Fadden with his shot, that got blocked. Comes back to him again, up high, as that hit Bedard in the shoulder. Might have been the mask. Rink wide, puck given away by the Regiment. There's a shot, big rebound as Bedard has had to work a little bit here in this last little sequence. Bowles, long stretch pass to McLaughlin to center ice. He goes rink wide, and it was touched up there by Johnson. It's going to be offside at the Regiment line. 3:47 remaining here in the first. Shots on net 8-3 in favor of the Islanders. Had 18 shots in the first period yesterday against Moncton. Shots on net were 48-12 in that game. Baudouin just plays it off the boards. LeBrun has to go back for it under pressure. Played over on that far side, Desjardins. And now he'll scamper to center ice, hits the blue line, dumps the puck in, wants to get after it. Can't get there in time. A giveaway right in the high slot by the Regiment, and Johnson just stepped into that one. That puck was on a tee for him as the Regiment just got their wires crossed in their own zone, and it cost them. So Johnson, he had a goal and assist yesterday, and he picks up a marker here this afternoon. So once again, Islanders off to a good start in the first 20 minutes of play. And for John Mitchell, he's going to have a lot of tough decisions, both he and general manager Scott Harris, on what they want to do with the roster. So many good players that we've seen yesterday and so far this afternoon. 3 minutes remaining in this first period. Face off to the left of the Islander net. Kept in there by Shepard. It comes to the slot dangerously. Here's Walsh from the corner. Walsh, he was looking for Gobantsev out in front. Play broken up Wohlers. He'll tap it off the boards. Johnson gets it. It's a 3-on-1. Johnson with a shot. And I think Bedard got a piece of that one. And now on the counter, here comes the Regiment. Shepard with a shot. Pelche got a pad out on that one. Pelche, not a very big goaltender, but he's made a couple of nice saves here in this first period. Walsh, he gets that loose puck up along the wall, plays it east-west, and now Sim has it. Sim gains the O-zone, shuffles it off. Gobantsev there, centers it out in front. That shot hits the side of the net as there was an opportunity there for the Regiment. Puck to center ice. Regiment bring it back in over the line. LeBerge, he took a heavy hit there from Parker McDonald. Puck whipped right back in by the Regiment. That's Villieu as he had a little bit of a staring contest there with Foreign. Again, two young kids that have big bodies, and there's Villieu, and Villieu, he's well over 6'4". He knocked his man down in front of the Regiment net. So I don't know what they feed these kids, but real big youngsters for being 16 and 17 years of age. So face off to the left of the Regiment net. Robitaille tries to center it and can't. Played across inside the Regiment zone. Long lead pass. Shearer was right there. That puck went airborne. Here's Mate. One thing we've noticed here in this first period, Artem Mate very comfortable on the puck. Nice spin around move right there. He is going to be a good one. You're going to enjoy watching number 2 in an Islanders uniform this season. 39 seconds now remaining in the first period. A 2-0 lead for the Charlottetown Islanders, their second preseason game of the season. Flipped ahead, McLean, nice head fake in over the line. There's his shot, trickles to Pelche, he steers it aside. Cameron with his shot, that's tipped, just goes wide. And we'll get a whistle here. I think we got a penalty coming up. So it's going to be a penalty against Ryan Jewer. So 16.2 seconds remaining in the frame. So chance here for the Regiment to get on the board. And if they can't do it here, they'll have fresh ice in the second period to try to create something on the power play. Face-off won here by the Regiment. Homovitz, he'll play at half wall, gets the puck back again. He'll change positions here. McLean, he's manning that left point up top for McLean, and that's going to do it for 20 minutes of play. 2-0 is the score here for the Charlottetown Islanders as they lead this one. Got off to another great start as he had Teddy Farron. He picked up the goal. Hanscom and Grivanos get the assist there, and then Johnson made it 2-0, and that's where we're at. We'll come back in a bit here and have second period action for you. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for second period action here at Simmons Arena in Charlottetown. And we've got a 2-0 lead for the Charlottetown Islanders after 20 minutes of play, getting ready for the second frame. And the Regiment, they're going to be on a power play for the next 41 minutes and 44 seconds as Ryan Jewer in the penalty box. Shots on net after the first, 12-6 in favor of the Islanders. Homovitz, he goes cross ice, they score! Right off the hop, the Regiment convert a power play marker. And it's a 2-1 lead, and that goal going to Saint Laurent. So that didn't take long. And now it's a 2-1 lead here, and Regiment look kind of out of sync in that first period of play. And we'll see if that gets them rolling a little bit more here in the second period. So a 2-1 lead for the Islanders. Islanders got goals from Farron and Johnson in the first period. This is Farron. He'll wire that one over top of the net. And now St. John's, they get it to center ice. They chip it forward. Frost is back there. He's under pressure. Puck goes off a skate. Kubantsev trying to hold the line, has to play it back in neutral ice. This is Shepard. He'll go D to D. Kubantsev. He'll rev it up in the neutral zone. Gains the O-zone. Over for Sim. Lane Sim tried to spin away from his man. He got knocked down there by Frost. Ravonos out there, number 17. He's got the puck on his tape. Takes a shot. Whipped that one high and wide. Ravonos again. Trying to find it in his skates. He takes a hit and gets leveled. As I believe that was Kubantsev that knocked down Ravonos. And he is not a big kid, as we mentioned. Anderson sweeps in over the line. Anderson with a shot. Pelche with a save. Mate, he tried to one-hand it out of the zone. Puck bobbles around. And yes, Ravonos is not a big kid. He might be 5'11", and if you're lucky, he might be 150 pounds. And that is something the Islanders are going to have to make an adjustment on. They've got to put some weight on this kid. Bowles takes it behind his net now for the Islanders. Here's Bowles. He'll stretch it forward here for Desjardins. Down the left side. He'll stop up, looking for an option. Puck down into the corner now, centered out in front. There was a chance. And now this is Shear. It's a 3-on-2, a 4-on-2 that got numbers the other way. They go cross ice. There's a shot. Pelche with the save. As that was number 48 that moved in there, McDonough, and let it rip. So Pelche a lot more busier, if that's proper English, in this second period. Face-off won by the Regiment. That puck is loose in the slot. Laguerre, he'll get it around the boards. And now chipped ahead. They try the home run passes. That was Parker McDonald that was lurking just inside the blue line. Shear. He gets converged upon. Chopped at by Holyoke. And now Parker McDonald on his horse. McDonald, he moves those feet. You don't have to beg him to skate, as he's got some speed on him too. Puck in the corner now. This is Shear on his backhand. He'll play it back up top here for Baudouin. Try to get it into the corner now. Baudouin, he'll pivot and go back for it. Baudouin out there with Will Lundqvist. There's Lundqvist, another big strapping defenseman for this Regiment team. Baudouin plays it into the corner out of harm's way. And now the Islanders, they win a puck battle here. Diagata played back for Jewer. Holyoke takes a shot. That was stopped there. As getting a piece of that one was Bedard. Puck chipped off the glass and down the ice. Jewer pivots. Great skating ability there for Ryan Jewer. Puck goes into the corner. Hacked at behind the Regiment net. Jewer pinches. Fadden is there and now gobbled up by Lundqvist. In this game here, you've got about like 5 or 6 young men below the age of 20 that are 6'4" and bigger in both these lineups. And that's unbelievable at this age. 16, 17, 18-year-old men that big. That puck centered out in front, prevented from getting in harm's way. There's a shot that stopped. Gravanos let the shot go, and good to see 17 back out there after he took that heavy hit along the boards. Initially in warm-ups, I saw him out here, and I'm going, well, that's nice. They let a U15 player, a U14 player out here on the ice. He is not a big kid. Somebody needs to get some sheets of lasagna in him. There's Frost. He'll play it to the wall. Frost, one-time shot. That got blocked. Puck sent down the ice here now as we approach the 5-minute mark of the second period. 2-1 lead for Charlottetown. Comes back to the point. Shepard now takes a shot up high. Peltier was looking around for it. It hit him. Puck down low, trying to spin away from the oncoming traffic was number 23, McLean. McLean still battling for it. 2-on-2 battle in the near side corner. Still up against the kick plate as they try to crowbar that puck loose. Here's McLean. Puck comes around. Barn was right there, but he gave the puck away to the point. Dyke with a shot. Big rebound. Nobody in front to claim it. Here's Dyke. He'll just nudge it out to the neutral ice. Humovitz is there. Gravanos digging forward at center. Now Saint-Laurent. He has the goal here for the Regiment. That puck sails across the blue paint. Kept in by Villieu. Comes around near side. Paul Bunyan now out to center ice, and Farren will just push it forward, and that goes for icing, and unfortunately the Islanders will not be able to make a change here. So Saint-Laurent gets his first of the preseason. Humovitz and McLean with the helpers on that goal. Just 7 seconds into the second period for the Regiment. Face off to the right of Peltier. Puck squirts loose. Barron hits center ice, and now he needs to get off on a change as Hanscom and Gravanos also will follow him off the ice. Bowles. He interrupted that play. Along the near side wing. Trying to move in. A chance out in front. That puck in the slot. There's a shot there by Bowles. Another shot. That stopped. As getting in the way of that was Bedard. He's been busy in this last little sequence. Puck played near side. Kobantsov, nice spin move. He tried to play that puck off the boards to himself. Didn't materialize though. Here's Jewer. Plays it to Desjardins on the left side. Middle of the ice now. In over the lines, McLaughlin. He got it poked away from him. And now Kobantsov played towards him. They wave off the icing. Good job by Bowles. Bowles has been very impressive here in this game. Very steady on that back end, getting his first taste of preseason action. There's Mate. Gave the puck away, got it back again. Mate, he takes a little bit of a Floyd Mayweather jab at his man. In there on the forecheck, that is Shear. He throws his weight around. Shear battling down low with Bowles. Parker McDonald tries to get it up along the wall there. Here's Noonan. Puts it on the tape of McDonald in full flight down the right side. Tried to cut to the net. couldn't. And Parker McDonald, boy, he's got wheels. Shear back the other way. Shear trying to little toe drag. It's picked off, and then McDonald, he toe picks in the neutral zone, or else it would have been a 3-on-1. Played here to Wohlers. Regiment get it to center. Here's Shear. He'll play it left wing side, float it around. It comes to the near side. Center it out in front. Nobody in a white jersey there. And Islanders will get the puck out between the two blue lines. 11:29 remaining in the second. It's a 2-1 lead for Charlottetown. Shots on net now, 13-12. Carden behind his net. He'll take his time here and try to set things up for the Regiment. Baudouin. Puck to Flex. Comes right now to Haché. There's a shot by Lundqvist. Doesn't get to the net. And now this is Robitaille. He'll put the brakes on. Far side half wall. Funnels it down to the corner. Shepard ties up his man for Newfoundland. And now this is Haché, the center ice. Haché gets the puck back to him. Play a little scrambly here in this second. McLean, he'll dump it in. Pelche will play it along the boards for Charlottetown. Now here's Robitaille. He'll go east-west, gets it to McFadden. McFadden with a shot, not much on that. And that's no problems for Bedard. He'll cover it up. And there'll be an ozone face-off for the Islanders. Next preseason game for the Islanders will be Wednesday. They'll take on Halifax. So they'll get a few days of practice before that game. And Coach Mitchell and General Manager Scott Harris will have some decisions to make in the next number of days. And we've got a goaltending change as Pelche has come out in the net, and now number 27, Charles Durgan, will take over. As I was mentioning, General Manager Scott Harris and head coach Scott Mitchell, or John Mitchell, will have some decisions to make. So they try to pare down this roster to get ready for the season. One player who doesn't have to worry is this man right here, number 2, Mate, on his backhand, and he got that up high. And now we got some pushing and shoving. Can't quite see who's in that pile behind the net. Mate went right there. Mate, he's got a healthy hold of Lundqvist. And again, two big defensemen. Mate, about 6'3", 6'4", and Lundqvist is no shrinking violet. He's 6'4", 6'5", maybe. So coincidental minors now. So we'll remain 5-on-5 here. See where this face-off is going. It's going to go in the neutral zone. Johnson to take the draw now for Charlottetown. Johnson out there with Desjardins and McLaughlin. They've been very effective here this afternoon. Durgan, he'll play it around the boards. In front, Humovitz is there, and he scores. As the Islanders couldn't get the puck out of the zone. And Humovitz shoots and scores, and we're tied at 2. And this Regiment team got their sea legs underneath them here in the second period. Came out here and got a goal early, 7 seconds into the second period. It was Saint Laurent, and for the most part, they've Wouldn't say they've dominated the second period, but they've looked a lot better than they did in the first. Here's Homovitz again, the goal scorer. 1v1 with Bowles. Gets it over, a shot, they score again. Saint-Laurent with his second of the contest, and now the Regiment with a 3-2 lead. So 2 quick goals here, just past the halfway point of the second period, and it's now a 3-2 lead for the Regiment. So right now, Saint-Laurent, he's got a 3-point night going here, or afternoon, if you will. And here comes the Regiment again. Puck down into the corner, played out to center ice, sent right back in by Dyke. Islanders now try to navigate things. They get it down the ice. Here's Beaulieu up along the boards. Behind the net for Dyke. Dyke trying to spin away from the forecheck is successful. Gobansov there under pressure. LeBrun trying to keep that puck in, number 5. LeBrun, he throws a hit at his man. So things have changed here. 3-2 lead for the Newfoundland Regiment. 8:29 remaining in this second period of play. Shots on net now 16-12 in favor of the Islanders. Back forward is Dyke. Islanders making wholesale changes. Quick up here for Kobansov off the right side. He's looking for somebody. He's by himself on the Lone Ranger rush. Centers it in front. There's a chance there. And again, another great scoring opportunity for the Regiment. They have come on here in this period. Now moving in, the Islanders, they had that play broken up. They give the puck away, the Regiment do. Mate trying to make a play and threw it into the corner to nobody in particular. Off the glass it goes. And now jumping on that loose puck is Walsh. Walsh moves in and shoots and scores in the high slot. So the Regiment have come out here in the second like a house on fire. And they now take a 4-2 lead. So 4 unanswered goals. He had Saint-Laurent 7 seconds in. Homovitz from Saint-Laurent to make it a 2-2 game. And then Saint-Laurent got his second of the frame at 10:31. And now the Regiment have taken a 4-2 lead. They're going to give the goal to Colin Walsh. So things have changed here in this second frame. Regiment looked kind of tentative in that first period, and they've come on here. Shear trying to race to that puck inside Charlottetown territory. Being watched there by Frost. Frost wallpapers him. They try to dig it off the boards there on that far side. Islanders win it. Now they'll try to get it up ice. Here's Holyoke, and now we got a little bit of a WWE wrestling situation on the far side. I believe that's Bowles, as he pinned his man for a 10 count. As Shear will go to the penalty box. And no, it wasn't Shear, it was Frost that had his man in a suplex. So there's going to be a minor penalty assessed to Nathan Frost. So the Regiment will go to the power play here. 7:09 remaining in the second. Now let's see, where's this face-off going to be held? They're going to bring it out to neutral ice. So Robitaille and Johnson up front to kill off this penalty for the Islanders. And you've got LeBrun and Bowles on the back end. Here's Lane Sim. He takes a hack, takes a shot up high. And Derrigan makes the save, and he'll hang on. And Sim, he's not quite like his dad, Johnson. Johnson had the ability to really get under your skin. Lane has that a little bit, but not to the extent that his dad did. So we'll get a face-off here, or are we getting penalties? I think we're getting penalties. Klein is going to go off. And number 15, Robitaille. So it remains coincidental minor, so it remains a 5-on-4 here. 1:44 left in the penalty to Frost. As the officials go over to the penalty box, make sure they've got everything copacetic. St. John's team, they've been enjoying the island for a bit here. They open up their training camp in Summerside. So I think we got things straightened out, or do we? Okay, so Shepard has gone to the bench, and that's foreign. Nonetheless, we'll get going here. No, we won't get going. We'll drop this puck again. 6:51 remaining in the second period. An explosion here from the Regiment. 4 unanswered goals. They've got a 4-2 lead. They could increase that here on the power play. Homovitz, who has one of the goals, he gets dragged down. Bowles tries to get to the puck. It comes out to center ice, and back on it is Anderson, being watched by Johnson. Little bump back there to Saint-Laurent. Saint-Laurent in off that right side. He'll stop up on the half wall. Back for Johnson. At least he tried to get it back to Johnson. Here's Sim. He goes rink wide, puts it right on the tape of Kubantsev. Saint-Laurent, right corner. He'll swing it around the boards. Anderson trying to get to it as he gets on his horse here. Puck goes airborne. They're looking for it. And now chipped outside the zone. Homovitz plays it over. Kubantsev stops up now above the circles. Kubantsev slides it over, and that played across the blue paint by Homovitz. Thought maybe he should have shot that puck. And now Lundqvist, he'll come back and backtrack for the Regiment. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Frost. 5:35 left in the second. Played to center ice, play broken up. Good job by the Islanders in the neutral zone. Play back, and now Lundqvist. Big Swedish defenseman now. He'll lug it to center ice. He'll drift that puck in on this right side. Board battle in the corner, trying to come out of it with Scheer. He's got possession. Scheer's got it back again, lets a shot go from the left circle. And no problems there for Derrigan as we get some pushing and shoving as Mate, he's been kind of feisty in the second period, the big Russian. As he does some pushing and shoving with the American, McDonough. And I think Mate is getting a penalty. I don't think he is getting a penalty. So he'll go off, and Islanders back to the PK now. And a little confusion at the Regiment bench on who should be on the ice and who should be off of it. As the officials have a conversation with the Regiment bench with 4:59 remaining in the second period. So Artem Mate off. As I mentioned, he played for Sparta Moskva in Russia, played for their U16, U17 program. It's hard to believe this kid is, what, 17 years of age, 18 years of age, and the size on him and his composure is unbelievable for such a young defenseman. Here's Anderson. Anderson on his backhand, centers it out in front. That goes across the blue paint. In the corner. Puck comes loose, and then Anderson had his stick chopped out of his hands by Holyoke. Saint-Laurent, his nameplate is kind of loose on the back of his jersey. It's floating all over the place when he skates up the ice. And he's had a whale of a game here. Saint-Laurent, he's got 3 points in this contest. And now here's a breakaway, a chance for McLaughlin trying to get away from Anderson. That's a shot go, and Anderson is going to get called for a penalty here, a hook, as he got the composite all over McLaughlin, and McLaughlin had a good look there, couldn't put it away, but definitely Anderson got his stick on the arm of McLaughlin. So that nullifies the power play. Or no, it's a penalty shot. Excuse me, I beg my pardon here. It's McLaughlin now moving in on this penalty shot. And no, can't score on that one. So initially I thought that was going to be a penalty, but they gave McLaughlin a penalty shot. I'm surprised he didn't move in with more speed. So there remains 53 seconds remaining in the penalty to Mate. Islanders trying to get organized here. Down by 2, 3:52 remaining. Lundqvist has it behind the net. He'll play it to the left wing. All kinds of bodies collide there in front of that Regiment bench. It's a sheer. He tried to dance his way in, play broken up. Haché. Lundqvist. Lundqvist gets the return pass off a stick. Guerre dumps the puck in, and the Regiment will have to regroup here. Played down the wing. This is McLean. McLean lets a shot go. That hit the side of the net. Takes a funny bounce. It was lying around the blue paint, but it was cleared by the Islanders. Haché trying to rev it up here in the neutral zone. Comes over for Shear. Play broken up, and now Walsh has to regather. Gobbled up by LeBrun. LeBrun gets away from one man. LeBrun on his backhand, drops it back. There's a shot. That goes wide. They try to feed it to Johnson, and got deflected out and down the ice. Wohlers, he'll send it across. Played over here for Desjardins. There's a shot. Tried to go on the short side. Didn't work out. Regiment, they'll play it off to the left wing. That's McDonough in there. He gets ridden off into the end boards by LeBrun. And now the Islanders work it down the wall, picked off by LeBerge. As again, play a little scrambly for both teams here. Hard rim around the boards, down the ice. Barron trying to close down his man. And now here comes the Regiment. There's a shot. That's stopped by Derrican. Islanders tried to go rink wide. LeBerge broke up that play. Look out, as that was Frost, as he was doing a spinorama there and took a check from the Regiment player. And that's going to be an icing call. With 125 remaining in the second period, 4-2 lead for the Regiment. Looking for their first victory of the preseason. Face off one by the Islanders. Holyoke over for Jewer. Jewer's shot goes off the stick. Ooh, a little bit of a hit from behind there on Noonan. There's a shot by Jewer as he loaded up. And now the Regiment to center ice. Slid forward. That's centered into the slot, but Jewer was right there as a safety valve. Regiment trying to hold the line, and they can't. 40 seconds remaining in this second period. Here's Jewer. Ryan Jewer over the line. He's by himself. And Jewer, he got nailed as Homovitz. He had Jewer in the middle of the ice with his head down a little bit, and Homovitz just obliterated him. Good, clean body check. Homovitz. Try to get it towards the net. One last rush here for the Islanders. This is McLaughlin with speed. He's been very impressive getting that puck up the ice, so he's not going to get a shot on net this time. So after 40 minutes of play, it's a 4-2 lead for the Newfoundland Regiment. You had Saint-Laurent, Homovitz, Saint-Laurent again, and Colin Walsh getting the goals, and that's where we're at after 40 minutes. We'll step away. We'll come back with the final frame in about 15 minutes time. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for the final frame of this preseason game between the Charlottetown Islanders and the Newfoundland Regiment. Massive, gigantor second period for the Regiment as they scored 4 unanswered goals to take a 4-2 lead. And a big second period for Ty Homovitz. Goal and 2 assists, and Joey Saint-Laurent 2 goals and a helper. So we're underway, third period action, second preseason game for the Charlottetown Islanders. Here's Ferrum. He'll play it over here for Kravanos. He couldn't handle it. And this Regiment team, a totally different looking team in that second period. Here's Saint-Laurent, takes his shot. That's stopped there by Jurgen. McLean from below the goal line. He tried to center it. Kravanos can't control it, and now this is Villieu. He'll push it ahead. Over here for McLean. They play it into the slot. Frost, great job to get away from the forecheck, and he's got some room here on this right side. Takes it to center ice. Moves it to the left side. Frost tried to drop it back, and he did that blindly and gave the puck away. Islanders, though, able to maintain possession a little bit here, keep it in the zone. Olio gets it down low. And now this is McLean. He's on the tail end of the ship. He has to head off. Puck along the boards now for the Islanders. They get it down low, try to center it. Just had a little visit here from Xander Morris, who's the cousin of Fenwick McLean. Big hit just inside the line, and now the Islanders, they'll dump the puck in. Hit the 2-minute mark early here in the third period, a 4-2 lead for the Regiment. This is Walsh. He's got one of the goals in this game. He couldn't get a handle on that puck, and it'll go distance for an icing call. So next preseason game for the Islanders, they'll play Halifax on Wednesday. And they'll have a practice here. This is where they're holding their training camp at Simmons Arena. They've done a fantastic job. This is an old arena. It's been around for a lot of years here in Charlottetown. They renovated it, put a walking track on it. Done a fantastic job. This is going to be a great facility for youth hockey. This is McLaughlin in the corner. Islanders turn the puck over. They recover. And now it comes to Johnson. Johnson 1v1 there with Carden. Behind the net it goes. Dykes swings it around the boards, and now racing to center ice. This is Sim. Drops it back. In front, Rupantsev was right there, and it's covered up by Durkin. So for the Islanders, Teddy Farron and Justice Johnson, they have the goals here in this game. Islanders got off to a quick start, just like they did against Moncton, as they scored 21 seconds in. It was Farron getting his first preseason goal. It's a shot there by Lundqvist. That hit a pair of shin pads, and once again the Regiment trying to rev things up here. Up by 2 goals. From the corner, Shear centers it in front. That's cleared. Lundqvist can't hold it in, and he has to come back. That went off the stick of Lacari. 2-on-2 battle in the near side corner. LeBerge played it up along the wall, kept in by the Islanders. There's a shot that gets blocked. is number 88, Parker McDonald. Went off his body. Tries to get after it on the forecheck, off the boards, out to center ice. Wohlers has to tap that puck down, and he'll send it back in. Villieu banks it off the boards once again. Regiment making a change. And now in over the line with speed. That's Haché. Puck loose in neutral ice. Villieu is there, and he'll just send it back in once again. Shots on net now, 20-19 in favor of the Regiment. Nice move by Villieu inside his own zone. Plays it forward, and right there, Graham saw his man coming at him at the last second and dodged the check. Played off to the wing. Parent. Top of the circles, lets a shot go, and that gets deflected and goes out of play. So we get an offensive zone face-off to the left of Grucci, as he's coming to replace Bedard. Anderson behind his net. He'll play it off to the right wing. Can't maintain possession. McFadden goes off his stick. Here's Frost. Nice tight turn as he was under pressure in the neutral zone. Grouchy he didn't quite know what to do with it and decided to freeze it. Another offensive zone faceoff here for Charlottetown. 14:33 remaining in the third. 4 goals in that second period, unanswered goals for the Regiment, have given them a 4-2 lead here. Puck kept in. Robitaille now looks over his shoulder. He gets pinned against the end wall. McFadden in there trying to dig the puck loose as well. Here's Anderson. As he tries to move the pile. To the point. Ross with a shot. Rebound, they score! A big, fat, juicy, greasy rebound at that. And right there on the doorstep to get that was number 14. Yagata. So now the Islanders down by 1. See if this gets the Islanders going a little bit here. Out of sync in that second period, and now they're within 1 goal here. Looking for their second preseason victory. Graham tried to jump on a loose puck for the Regiment, and now this is McLaughlin off the right wing. McLaughlin, good job by Dyke to take the puck away from him. Islanders win it back again. Played to the right wing. Big hit along the wall. Stepping up was Dyke on Johnson. Swung around the far side. Held in at the point. There's a shot by Bowles. Into that corner the puck goes, and now they work it back up top. Bowles coming off that left point. Into the high slide. A shot just drifted wide right there by Desjardins. Here's Desjardins. Jumps on a puck off to the side of the net. And now cleaned up by the Regiment. Here's Graham. This is a 2-on-1. Graham gets it over. There's a chance right there, and that's stopped by Turkin. Another opportunity that goes wide. Odd man rush there for the Regiment, and they couldn't capitalize. Jewer behind his net. Islanders making a change here. Quick up. And that's right on the mark, and it's frozen. And we get a stoppage here. There you see Lane Sim trying to cause a disturbance in front. Sim, as I mentioned earlier on, played for Billy McGuigan with the Summerside Western Capitals last year rather. There's a shot that hit the outside of the post. Kubantsev, he'll play it back around the boards. Lundqvist trying to get to that puck, can't get there in time. Wohlers over here, Mate loads up with a shot. And Grucci came to the top of the blue paint and made the save. I think Mate is going to make the team. I'm just taking a wild guess here. Number 2. Yeah, he's a very impressive defenseman. Here's a shot from the point by Parker McDonald. Regiment off the boards. McDonald keeps it in. Sidestep the check. And here's Mate. He'll play it up along the wall there. Anderson, as that was Mate stepped into his man. There's a chance and they score. McDonough, as Mate was in a bit of a collision. I believe that was with Anderson. So McDonough gets the marker. And it's now a 5-3 lead for the Regiment. I think Mate is going to go off. We'll have to wait and see what the call is against the Russian defenseman. So he's off for 2 minutes. Not too sure what the call is. He took exception to that hit that he received. So the Regiment, they're going to go on a power play here. 11:28 remaining in the third period. Sim, he'll go rink wide. Look out, there was Holyoke as he stepped up on Homovitz. Anderson, he'll backtrack inside his own zone. So things getting a little physical out there here in this third period. Anderson sweeps away from one man, gains the line over for McLean on the left side. There's a shot, pad save there by Turgeon. And now Jewer, he'll skate it to center, and he'll send it in. 1:22 remaining in the power play here for Charlottetown. Or excuse me, for the Regiment. Anderson, he'll shuffle it off to the wing. They try to play it to the point. Nobody was there. And now McLean, he'll backpedal. Sim, he'll float it across as the Regiment try to get the puck up the ice here, get something going on this man advantage. Lundqvist, he'll chip it right to the net. He goes after it into the corner and then float it out. On that puck first is Hache. Kubantsev. And he'll bump it back once more. 29 seconds now remaining in the man advantage. Walsh, he has a goal in this game. Puck deflected over to the far side. And Another pass that gets deflected and goes out of play. Shots on net now 24-23 in favor of the Regiment. So we'll have a face-off at center ice here. Bowles gets it and he'll whip it down. Only 7 seconds remaining. I don't think the Regiment are going to have another opportunity. No, they're not going to have another opportunity to set up in the offensive zone. Puck chipped ahead into the corner by Graham. Barron. He'll take it down the ice. I think maybe he forgot that the penalty had expired. And yeah, he realizes he made a little bit of a mistake there. And he's going to have to stay on the ice here. So there's going to be a face-off in Islander territory. Johnson to take the draw for the Islanders against Hache. Regiment win the draw. Comes back here for Dyke. He'll get it below the goal line. Good job by Bowles to get a hold of that puck. Try to go cross ice. It comes off the boards for Farron. Now he dumps it in. Got over his side of center. He'll head off on a change. Graham gets a return pass in over the line, but that's going to be offside. As that was Jack McDonough. He got tied up with an Islander player and was trapped inside the line. Off from the neutral zone, won by the Regiment. They'll sling it in. And there's McLean. Can't get to the puck. Race and chase. This is McLaughlin. Passes it over. Nice save there by Grouchy. Homovich to center ice. He's had a whale of a game here. Ty Homovich. As Homovich with a goal and 2 assists in this game. And Joey Saint Laurent has got 2 goals and an assist. He's 14 of 18 in the faceoff circle, so he's been doing it in the faceoff circle and getting the job done offensively. 3-point afternoon for him. McLean peels, plays it back. Shepard with a shot pad save. Mate is there. He'll tap it forward. Dumped in, trying to get in on the forecheck is Johnson. Puck comes to center ice. Shepard, he'll just push that forward. Mate renews acquaintances with McLean there. Trying to get to it is Frost. Frost funnels it down in the corner for Noonan. Cade Noonan to Frost up top. A shot. That got through somebody. They score! Nice bounce off the end boards. And that's tapped in by Parker McDonald. And McDonald, boy, he's really shown his speed here. He's got some great wheels. McDonald and McLaughlin, 2 speedsters out there for the Charlottetown Islanders, but they get a real nice bounce off the end boards. And now we got a game here, folks. It looked like St. John's, or excuse me, Newfoundland, they were going to run away with things with 4 unanswered goals in the second period, but the Islanders have struck back with 2 here, and now it's 5-4 with 7:35 remaining in the third. Puck takes a funny bounce moving in. Was number 68, Walsh. Walsh has a goal in this game. And now this is Hanscom. Hanscom, he'll play it down into the corner. And now a penalty coming up to the Regiment. And Charlottetown will have a chance to tie things up here. It's going to be a penalty against Walsh. So Islanders have Farron, Ravanos, Mate, and Hanscom out there. Hanscom and Mate along the points. And McLaughlin and Farron are on the flanks for Ravanos. That puck loose below the goal line. Play back around. Here's Hanscom. He had a goal in yesterday's win against Moncton. That pass off the stick, but Hanscom able to keep it in the zone. Kravanos. Back to Hanscom. Mate, and he got it nudged away from him as that was Shear with the good stick. Kravanos with speed. He gains the line down the left side. Anderson does a great job of sealing him off and taking him into the end boards, into the corner boards. Got to get that puck loose. 1:15 remaining in the power play for Charlottetown. And they decide to blow it down. And the Islanders will change up the power play here, and Regiment will change up the PK. So Robitaille, Diagata out there, along with McFadden up front. You got Johnson on one point, Holyoke on the other. Here's Johnson able to keep it in, goes off a skate, and then spinning and sending it down the ice was Lundqvist. Under a minute now remaining in the power play. 6:05 left in regulation. Up that far side wing. This is Diagata. He gets pinned up against the boards in the corner, and the Regiment able to find an opening, and they'll send it down, as that was LaBerge. Puck comes to the middle of the ice. Intended for Robitaille, went off his skate, and another clear for the Regiment. Holyoke will stop up inside his own line there as he goes off on a change. And now this is Johnson. Dances his way in over the line. Kept in at that left point. Puck goes behind the Regiment net. There's a hit behind that net, as that was Dyke. Homovitz gets tied up against the boards. We've got a little bit of a board meeting on that far side. And that does it for the power play. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Wohlers plays it over there for Frost. Frost gave it away. Here's Homovitz. Homovitz looking dangerous, and he just trickled that one just a little wide past that far side post. Here's Parker McDonald. Centered out in front, nobody in a dark jersey there. 4:30 now left in the third. See when John Mitchell decides he needs to pull the goaltender here. There's a shot off somebody's shin pads. Pad save. Roche right there seals it off. And that play got whistled down. I think the puck was still loose in the blue paint, but the official, I don't know if he saw it, so he blew things down. Close call there, as the Islanders almost get the equalizer. Shots on net 26-25 in favor of Newfoundland. Kravanos to take the draw here for the Islanders. He wins it. Mate with a shot up high. And Roche got that big trapper up. And we get another offensive face-off here for Charlottetown. Regiment win the draw. Jewer able to hold it in as he gloved that puck down on the right point. And they're going to whistle it down for a glove pass. And Krivanos, 3 for 11 in the face-off circle. And that would be expected for a young, undersized center making his debut in the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League. There's a chance out in front, but he definitely has a great skill set. And he's going to be a fine one for this Islanders team. Got the puck on a stick right now, gains the O-zone. Nice move, and there you go. That's that skill set as he almost danced his man there. He played youth hockey in Finland and Slovakia, born in the Ukraine, but because of the conflict in the Ukraine, he's had to go abroad to get some high-level hockey. Here's Jewer. Sidesteps the check, gets the puck in deep, and he wants to head off. 2:56 now remaining in regulation. A 5-4 lead here for the Newfoundland Regiment. Regiment will dump the puck in, near side corner. Try to get that puck loose, and now this is Robitaille. He'll scamper to center ice, puts it right on the tape here of McFadden. McFadden couldn't make a play in the middle of the ice. Matte's stick is broken. He needs to get a new cue. And now moving in, there's a shot by Schur. Good block by Matte. Does a great job without the stick. .208 now left. Shots on net now, 29-27 in favor of Charlottetown. Off the boards. LeBrun, he'll play it over for Bowles. Puck bouncing around now. Bowles has got it. He'll take it behind his net. Look out, as there was some oncoming traffic there from Homovitz. Homovitz has been all over it here for the Regiment. There's a shot from the point. Loose puck out in front. Gobbled up, and now coming away with it, this is McLaughlin. McLaughlin in over the line on that left wing. Good job by Lundqvist to initially take the puck away from this man. And now we've got the extra attacker on the ice. 1:21 remaining here in the period. Regiment, they give the puck away. Holyoke with a shot. That bounces around. Another chance there for Johnson. He swung at it. Went off somebody's paraphernalia. Regiment trying to hang on. Homovitz is right there. And he'll get that puck down the ice. And does it have enough draw weight for icing? Yes, it does. And I would think that Islanders might call a timeout here, draw something up. And yes, that's what they're going to do. So timeout call. Both teams will talk things over here. Different type of game for Charlottetown this afternoon. They just simply dominated Moncton. Boy, that was like a public skate for them yesterday. As Moncton, they barely had any attack in that game. I believe, yeah, they had 12 shots on net, Moncton did. Islanders had 18 shots in the first period alone. Different story here this afternoon. St. John or Newfoundland Regiment, big second period. 4 unanswered goals. And now they're trying to hang on here. We'll see what the Islanders can do. They have the extra attacker. Robitaille directing traffic as he'll take the draw against Sim. Comes back to the point. Here's Matte. Matte, his shot blocked out in front by Lundqvist. And that puck comes out of the zone. 50 seconds remaining. Sim trying to create some havoc in there. Karvanov in over the line, spins away from his man. Great puck skills the young Ukrainian has. Mate from the point. That shot is blocked by Sim. Sim getting into the shooting lane. Down to 23 seconds for the Islanders. Karvanov. He'll dump the puck in. Off the end boards. There's Lundqvist. High glass. And that was Walsh. Walsh went off the glass. He tried to play it with his glove. I think if he just left it, it would have been out of the zone with 12.6 seconds remaining. So Robitaille to take the draw once again to the left of the Regiment net. Can't win the draw. And that puck, was it deflected? They're saying it got deflected and it went out, so a little bit of a dicey moment there for the Regiment. Face-off won by the Islanders. Last chance here. There's the shot, hit a body. And now Sim, he rags it, sends it behind the net, and that is going to do it. As the Newfoundland Regiment coming up with a big, big second period. They scored 4 unanswered goals, and they take this one by a count of 5-4. So once again, final score, Regiment 5, the Islanders 4. Next action for the Charlottetown Islanders will be Wednesday. They'll take on the Halifax Mooseheads.